Welcome back. So I've got today's guitar. Normally I'll do a little chatty intro, but I don't want to talk today. I want to just... Alright, now that I've got that out of my system, let's talk about this thing. This is the Ibanez Iron Label Iceman 7-string, the ICTB 721. Let's get the obvious stuff out of the way first. This is black. This is potentially the blackest guitar I've ever seen. Everything about it, except for this tiny little bit of chrome and the back of the tuners, are black. There's actually an Ibanez logo up here. You can't see it. It's black. It's so black that I wore colorful clothes just to kind of offset it and keep the mood level. So if you like black guitars that have 7 strings, this might be something you're interested in checking out. We've got neck through construction. It's a 5-piece maple and walnut neck, which you can't see because it's black. We've got an Okome body, which you can't see because it's black. We've got an ebony fretboard because that's the most black type of wood. And we've got 24 jumbo frets, 25.5-inch scale, 400mm radius, and just a very gentle little arm carve here, which does actually help make it a bit more comfortable, but not a huge amount. I've got a couple little weird quibbles with this guitar, and that is one of them. Let's just play a little bit more and we'll talk about those later. What you just heard was on the bridge position. I'm going to flick it up to the neck position and do some leads. You probably know the drill by now. You've watched YouTube guitar videos before. This is what we do. So whether or not you can hear it through your phone, which you're probably watching it on, this thing sounds great. It comes stock with DiMarzio deactivators. Great pickups. Big fan of DiMarzio's stuff. Big fan of deactivators. They're black. We can't have anything not black on this guitar if we can help it. I'm surprised they didn't make the frets black, to be honest. In terms of controls, there's a volume and a tone. We've got neck humbucker, both humbuckers, and bridge humbucker. There's no push-pull. It would be cool on this guitar to have like push-pull for coil split or series parallel or something, but I think they just wanted straight-up brutality, so that's cool. We've got Goto locking tuners. One of the other things on this guitar that isn't completely black are the little things on there. They should have made them black, honestly. I think they could have done it. Goto, when you step up your game. What else have we got to talk about? We've got this monorail bridge, so every string has its own individual little saddle, which is really nice because it gives you lots of leeway for getting your intonation set up and stuff like that. We've also got a really nice touch that Ibanez have started putting on their 7 strings, not recently, but they've been doing it, is this one big hole here. So you can just buy a 6-string set and then put a bass string for the low 7 string. They know what we want, guys. They know what we want. So another thing about this guitar that I find kind of interesting, I've never had an Iceman before. I always wanted one, and I was a big System of a Down fan. Darren Malakian always played an Iceman, and I always wanted one. I can never find one. So there's a couple things I find kind of interesting about this guitar. One is the placement of the strap buttons. This one seems cool. This one, I assume it's good. I'm not going to put a strap on this. I can't be bothered. Tell me in the comments whether the strap placement is good or bad if you've got an Iceman. I feel like I would have maybe put that one. Actually, I don't know where I'd put it. That's probably the only place you can have it. Yeah, and the other thing that bugs me a little bit about this guitar is just having this thing right here, and that's purely because if I'm going to do any tapping, it's right in the way of where I want my hand to be. And I'm going to do some tapping now because that's fun, and I can get around it, but it's something I have to think about, and really I'd rather the pickup selector switch was somewhere down here. That's maybe just a comfort thing for me, that's what I'm used to, but nonetheless. So you can see what I mean. It just gets a little bit close for comfort with my thumb, and I feel like if I was playing live, I'd probably end up bumping it, and then I'm in neck position when I get back to the chugs, and that's not really a vibe. But apart from that, this is a killer guitar. Looks, 10 out of 10 for me. I love a black guitar. The feel of it, in terms of the neck, feels fantastic. Body shape, I do find this edge a little bit sharp, but I think standing up, that would be less of an issue. Also, if you change the angle you sort of hold it at, it gets quite a lot more comfortable. The one other thing I gotta mention about this guitar, it is big. It does not fit in any standard guitar cases that I've seen. And it comes with a gig bag, so that's great, but it's probably going to be a challenge if you want a hard case for this thing. Oh, I almost forgot. The only other not black part about this guitar is the side dots, which is good, because it's nice to be able to see where you are. And I feel like if you're on a dark stage and you had this guitar, you might just lose it, because it's that blacked out. So it's good that we've got a little bit of glowing stuff there for reference. That's about enough for this video, I think. Thanks again to MusicWorks Albany for lending me this guitar to talk about and play on and show off. If you're interested in giving it a try, head to Albany MusicWorks, check it out. Price tag on it is $2,975, so it's not a cheap guitar. guitar, but if you're in the market for a real metal guitar that's a 7-string and just does exactly what you want, this is a really good one to consider. Anyway, I'm gonna play a little bit more. I keep forgetting to mention it, but I released an EP a while ago. I'll put the link in the description. It's probably gonna be the last EP for my solo project, which has been something I've been chipping away at for the past quite a few years now, but that's okay. I got a new project that's starting up soon. I keep forgetting to promo it because I hate promoing in videos. It doesn't really feel good, but the link's in the description if you want to check it out. If you do, I'd really appreciate it. Drop me a comment, tell me what you think of it. Anyway, I'll just do something really show-offy from that EP to wrap up, and I'll see you next time. Bit sloppy, but you get the idea. See you next time.